The winter air is biting as I walk back home, clutching a small, elegantly wrapped box. Inside, a set of fur-lined handcuffs and a sleek whip, both custom-made and engraved with my wife's name, Diana. I imagine her eyes lighting up with amused surprise, the laughter we'll share, the new chapter it might open for us. After 10 years of marriage, a little spice seemed just the thing we needed. Also, I thought. Diana is in the kitchen, stirring something on the stove, when I step inside. The house smells of garlic and oregano, a comfort. I hide the box behind my back, a playful grin spreading across my face. Guess who's got a surprise for you? I tease, leaning in for a kiss. She turns, her expression a mix of curiosity and amusement. What kind of surprise? She asks, wiping her hands on a dish towel. Something exciting. I reveal the box, watching her face for a reaction. Diana opens it, her brows knitting together the instant she sees the contents. The room grows palpably colder. Tom, what is this? She asks, her voice low, tinged not with excitement, but discomfort. I rush to explain, I thought we could try something new, spice things up a bit. You think I'd enjoy this? A whip? Handcuffs? She holds them up, one in each hand, as if they're evidence in a trial. You think this is what our marriage needs? I falter, my enthusiasm dampening under her glare. I just thought. You thought wrong. Diana cuts me off, setting the items back in the box with unsettling calm. I'll be throwing these away. We're not those kind of people. I'm stunned into silence, watching as she leaves the room, taking the box with her. The night ends with cold shoulders and an even colder bed. Days turn to weeks, and the box, and its implications, are never mentioned again. At least, not until a month later, when I'm visiting my friend, Mike. We're in his living room, sipping beers and watching a game when I excuse myself to use the bathroom. On my way back, a door ajar catches my eye, our closet, barely open. Curiosity, or perhaps some darker instinct, nudges me to take a look. My heart thuds painfully against my ribs as I spot the unmistakable fur-lined cuffs, Diana's name still gleaming under the dim light. A nauseous feeling twists in my gut. Returning to the living room, I keep my face neutral, my voice steady. Mike doesn't notice my inner turmoil. The rest of the evening passes in a blur, my mind racing, piecing together late nights Diana claimed to work, sudden trips Mike took to clear his head. I leave Mike's house with a tight, hollow feeling in my chest. The drive home is a silent one, my hands trembling on the wheel. The revelation consumes me, Diana's betrayal, the intimate betrayal with a friend, no less. Revenge, as toxic and consuming as it is, begins to seed itself in my thoughts. Breaking up wouldn't be enough, no, it had to be more profound, more destructive. As the streetlights flicker by, illuminating my path, a plan begins to take shape, dark and undeniable. By the time I reach our driveway, the man who walked into Mike's house isn't the same one who drives out. Something within me has irrevocably changed, and there's no turning back now. My hands are shaking as I turn the key in the front door. The quiet of our home, once a sanctuary, now feels like a battleground. Diana is still at work, or so she says, and I have a few hours alone to think, to plan. But first, I need to know more, confirm my suspicions beyond a shadow of a doubt. I head straight to our home office, booting up the computer. I'm not a hacker, but I know my way around basic snooping. Emails, social media, chat histories, I scour them all. The more I dig, the more the truth crawls out, a vile, writhing mess. There's a ding from the front door. Startled, I minimize the window and turn around. Standing in the doorway is Jenna, Diana's sister. She's holding a bottle of wine and a forced smile. Tom. I thought I'd stop by. You guys okay? Diana seemed off last time I called, she says, stepping inside uninvited. I force a smile, though my nerves are raw. Yeah, just the usual stress, you know? Jenna nods, walking into the kitchen. I brought wine. Figured it might help loosen things up. She doesn't wait for an invitation, pouring 2 glasses. I accept the glass but don't drink. Actually, Jenna, I'm glad you're here. There's something I need to ask you. Her eyebrows rise, a hint of caution in her eyes. Oh? What's up? It's about Diana. Have you noticed anything strange about her lately? Any new friends, or maybe more nights out? I probe, watching her closely. Jenna's hand tightens around her glass. Why would you ask that? Just a feeling, I lie smoothly. You know her better than anyone. There's a pause, a long, heavy silence where Jenna seems to weigh her words. Tom, if you're asking if I think Diana is cheating on you, she trails off, then sighs. I'm her sister. She wouldn't tell me even if she were. The evasion stings, a confirmation in its own right. Thanks, Jenna, I say, my voice flat. As Jenna sips her wine, her phone buzzes. She glances at it and frowns. I have to take this. Work crisis, she mutters, stepping out onto the patio. I don't follow. Instead, I go back to the computer, my resolve hardening. I need solid proof, something undeniable. Hours pass, and as dusk settles, the house fills up again. Diana returns, weary, her smile tight. Jenna reappears, more relaxed after her call. Dinner is a tense affair. We talk, but the conversation is superficial, skimming over the deeper currents of betrayal and suspicion. After Jenna leaves, Diana turns to me, her expression softening. Is everything okay, Tom? You've been quiet all evening. I look at her, really look at her, seeing not just my wife, but the stranger she has become. I'm just tired, I say, the lie bitter on my tongue. She nods, accepting the excuse, and heads to bed early. I stay up, my mind racing. Late into the night, I make a decision. I need an ally, someone on the inside. I think of Jenna's evasion, her nervousness. Tomorrow, I'll confront her directly. I need her on my side if I'm to unravel this web of lies. The storm is gathering, and soon, it will break. The morning light does little to lift the gloom that settled over me. After a sleepless night, I decide it's time to act. If I am to untangle this deceit, I need confirmation, and for that, I must push Jenna. I call her, my voice calm but firm. Jenna, we need to talk. It's important. Can we meet? There's a pause on the line, a hesitation that speaks volumes. All right, Tom. Where? Let's meet at the park, by the old fountain. It's quiet there. An hour later, I'm sitting on a bench, the autumn chill biting through my jacket. Jenna arrives, her posture tense, a clear sign she senses the seriousness of the situation. Tom, what's going on? You sounded serious on the phone, Jenna starts, her voice laced with concern. I get straight to the point. I found something. Handcuffs and a whip, gifts for Diana that I found in Mike's closet. Jenna's face blanches, her eyes widening in shock. What? That's impossible. It's true, I continue, watching her closely. I need to know everything, Jenna. Has Diana mentioned anything to you? Any problems between us that she's shared? Jenna sighs, her shoulders slumping as she sits next to me. I knew something was off, she admits. She's been distant, even from me. But cheating? With Mike? I nod grimly. I need your help, Jenna. I can't confront them without more proof. I need to know what's been happening when I'm not around. Jenna is quiet for a moment, her conflict evident. Finally, she looks at me, determination settling in her features. Okay, Tom. I'll help you. What do you need me to do? Keep an eye on her. Talk to her, see if you can get her to confide in you, I instruct. And what will you do? Jenna asks, wary. I'll handle Mike. If he's involved, he won't see me coming. Leaving Jenna with her thoughts, I drive to Mike's gym, knowing his routine like the back of my hand. I catch him as he's leaving, his face breaking into a friendly grin when he sees me. Tom. Wasn't expecting you here. What's up? We need to talk, Mike. Now, I say, my tone brooking no argument. I lead him to a quiet corner outside the gym. I found Diana's handcuffs in your closet, Mike. What the hell is going on? Mike stiffens, his expression shifting from confusion to guilt. Look, Tom, it's not what you think. Don't lie to me. I snap, stepping closer, my anger barely contained. How long? It was a mistake. Just a couple of times. I was going to end it, I swear, Mike pleads, his voice low. I reel from the betrayal, fury coursing through me. But I need to think clearly. You're going to tell me everything, every detail. And you're going to end it, for good. If you don't, the next conversation we have won't be just between us. Mike nods, fear evident in his eyes. Okay. I'll do whatever you say. Satisfied with his compliance, I leave him there, shaking. As I drive away, my phone buzzes. It's Jenna. She's got news. The pieces are starting to fall into place, and as the landscape of betrayal becomes clearer, so does my path forward. Diana and Mike's deceit has sealed their fates, and with Jenna's reluctant help, I'm poised to unravel everything. The storm is about to break, and I am the harbinger. The cafe is bustling with the mid-morning crowd as I sit across from Jenna. She's tense, her eyes darting around before settling on mine. I've barely touched my coffee, my focus is entirely on what Jenna has to tell. Tom, I talk to her, Jenna starts, her voice low. Diana is breaking. She confessed everything to me last night. She's been seeing Mike for over 6 months. She was planning to tell you next week. My heart sinks further, but there's a cold fire in my belly. Did she say why? Jenna shakes her head, pity in her eyes. She said she felt ignored, that you were always busy, always distant. She found comfort in him. It's a gut punch, but I steady myself. And Mike? What's his story? He's scared, Tom. Terrified of you finding out. He wants to end it, or so he claims. The pieces fit too neatly, and a plan begins to form, a final confrontation to end this charade. Thank you, Jenna. I need to handle it from here. Leaving the cafe, I head home. I need to see Diana, to confront her with everything. The house is quiet when I enter, the silence a stark contrast to the storm inside me. Diana is in the living room, her back to me as she looks out the window. She turns when she hears me, her expression wary, guilty. Tom, we need to talk, she begins, but I cut her off. Yes, we do. Jenna told me everything. You and Mike? My voice is calm, too calm. Diana's face crumbles, tears welling up. I'm so sorry, Tom. I never wanted to hurt you. It happened. That's your excuse? I scoff. It just happened? I was lonely, Tom. You were never around, always working. I just needed someone, and Mike was there, she pleads, her voice breaking. The betrayal stings, deep and vicious. And you thought I wouldn't find out? Or didn't you care? I was going to end it. I was going to tell you. Please believe me, Diana reaches out, but I step back. No. It's too late for sorry. You made your choice, Diana. I see the pain in her eyes, the realization that this is the end. What are you going to do? She asks, a tremor in her voice. I want a divorce, I state plainly. And I want you out of this house by tomorrow. I want a divorce, nods, wiping her tears, defeated. Where will I go? That's not my problem anymore. As she packs her things, I feel a hollow victory. My phone buzzes, it's a message from Mike, begging to meet, to explain himself. I ignore it. There's nothing he can say that would change anything. The next morning, Diana is gone, her presence erased from the house like a bad dream. But the pain lingers, a constant ache. Jenna calls to check on me, offering support, but I decline. I need to be alone, to rebuild from the ruins of my broken marriage. Months pass, and the pain dulls to a manageable throb. I focus on work, on rebuilding myself. One evening, as I sit in a bar, a new story catches my eye. A prominent local businessman caught in a scandalous affair, his reputation ruined. The businessman? Mike. I can't help but feel a twinge of dark satisfaction as I watch his life crumble like mine did. But there's no joy in it, only the cold comfort of shared misery. As I turn away from the screen, I make a silent vow to move forward, to leave the past and its pain behind. Diana and Mike are out of my life, the deceit and betrayal with them. It's time to start anew, alone but unburdened.